This video has been created to give you an overview of how you can be challenged to help clean up our watersheds. It really depends on the efforts that each one of us can provide. This is an invitation to all of you to join with me in ways that we truly can address the problems of maintaining and protecting those parts of our environment that are so very important to all of us, and indeed the economy of the area and to the enjoyment that all of us are very much interested. Join me now in joining this environmentally sensitive program that can make us all part of the solution.
Kathy was down at the beach Saturday. It was totally rad. But did you hear what happened to her? She got tar all over her new swimsuit. I'll get it! What a mess. Could you imagine? It will never come out. Well, I gotta go. There's the doorbell.
Who is it? Kathy, I know it's you. Oh, no!
Is it true? Is it true the ocean begins at your front door? Someone told me that once, but I didn't believe them until today. I was walking along the beach and I saw all these things scattered along the shore. Did you put it there? I saw all kinds of houses. Ooh. I wondered how it all got there, but tonight we're going to answer that question with the aid of the Magic Media Window and this song I wrote. Tell me what you think. There's a toxic potion flowing through the ocean that begins at our front door. What's the matter? Don't you like my song?
No. That was terrible. I don't like your song at all.
Does anybody like pollution?
No way!
Pollution of our oceans and beaches. Listen, I'll tell you something. Pollution has become such a problem in the last 10 years that we've created the pollution police. Like my friend RJ. Yeah, pollution police, like my friend RJ.
Who's RJ?
Let's call him on the Magic Media Window. Ready? Hey, RJ. RJ. Oh, I guess the signal's kind of weak. I'm going to need some help. When I count 3, I want you all to holler out, hey, RJ, can you do that for me when I tell you, when I count 3? You ready? 1, 2, 3. Hey, RJ! Perfect.
Whoa, everybody. Boy, I can't believe that. Boy, you got quite a campfire here tonight. Hey, Ron, did you call?
Hey, RJ, the people here were asking and wondering what pollution police do, and we thought you could help us. Tell them.
Well, I'll sure give it a try. Hey, question?
What do you do to stop pollution? The pollution in our ocean.
Actually, ocean pollution can start miles inland. It can start from various substances and various locations. It can be used motor oil, antifreeze. It can start flowing from mountain streams, creeks in the hills, or even in front of your house. It can enter the gutter in front of your house, flow downstream, into the river, out into the ocean. Many times, they are caused by accidental spills, such as this overturned tanker truck. Here you can see the firemen. They're wearing their protective gear. It's used to protect them. And in the process, they're protecting the people and the environment. They're trying to prevent any of this material from flowing down into the stream and polluting the environment. Sometimes these spills are as a result of somebody intentionally dumping waste or hazardous waste. The bad guy will come out and dump his oil, his paint thinner behind the bushes, in the hills, in the creeks. That's where I come into play. It's my job to track that guy down. Hopefully we can put him in jail.
What should we do if we see people dumping those things?
you should immediately tell someone, tell your mother, your father, have them notify the police department or the fire department immediately as fast as you can. But most important, don't go near the material. You don't know what it is, and many of those items out there can really harm you. So the best thing is stay away, stay upwind and upground from it, and notify your parents, fire department, or police department. Question over there.
At my friend's house, her dad is always working on cars. I see green stuff washing down into the gutter. Is that a pollution problem?
It's probably engine coolant, and that is a hazardous material, and more than likely it was flowing down the gutter, down into the storm drain, into the rivers, and probably ended up out in the ocean.
Hey Doug, what's happening?
All right, just jump.
Oh man, this thing breaking in again? Look, that's your, look down there, man. Check that out. I can't believe it, man. Doug, you got something right here. No, right here on your cheek. Doug, no, this side.
Definitely have to do is tell that girl's father where to safely dispose of that material. But one thing, definitely, it does not belong going into the gutter. Yep. Well, gotta go.
See you later, RJ, and thanks. I see we have a question.
Well, what should a person do with that green stuff?
Green stuff? I think what you're talking about is antifreeze. Let's ask my friend Cindy. She works with the city of Irvine in the recycling program. Let's see if we can get her. Cindy, hey Cindy, we need your help.
Hi, Ranger Ron. Boy, those toasted marshmallows sure look good tonight.
Cindy, we have a good question about proper disposal of antifreeze, and we thought you could help.
Only if you give me one of those marshmallow treats. Just kidding. You know, kids, hazardous materials recycling is something that should be important to all of us.
What should my friend's dad do with that green stuff?
That's a good question. That antifreeze, or that green stuff that's running down the driveway, that should be taken to a recycling center, a hazardous materials recycling center, and either recycled or disposed of properly.
What should we do with those cans and bottles stacked up in our garage?
Well, first of all, those cans and bottles are probably full of paint, pool chemicals, maybe some pesticides, herbicides, even some hobby products that maybe your mom and dad used. To keep that from happening, it's a good idea to buy products in smaller quantities, only for what you need to do the job. And it's also very important not to mix chemicals at all. That can be extremely dangerous. What you should do is take these materials to a hazardous materials recycling center, such as the one here in Irvine. The recycling center here in Irvine is just one of 4 located in the county of Orange. There are also centers located in Anaheim, Huntington Beach, and San Juan Capistrano. These centers are open to all Orange County residents Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Some of the products accepted at the centers are paint products, automotive products such as oil, antifreeze, car batteries, herbicides and pesticides that you would use on your lawn, pool chemicals that you would use in your pool, even hobby materials such as glues and varnishes.
I see we have a question.
My aunt uses some rosemary, I think, as a flea repellent for her dog, Benji.
That's interesting. You know, that's always a good idea to use natural products instead of harsh chemicals for cleaning and even insect repellent. Do you know you could use lemon juice to repel those pesky ants?
Natural products instead of harsh chemicals. That gives me an idea for a new way to do my ocean song. Let me see here. It's something we can all do. Let's stop this toxic potion from flowing to the ocean. Let's begin at our front door. That's it, I got it. Hey, I like your energy. Why don't you come on up and let's see what we can do. Yeah, you. What do you think? Give him a hand. Let's get him up here. I know we all can stop it by knowing where to drop it. and keep it off our shore.
Right, that's great. That's so much better.
Thank you. Thank you. That's it.
Can we help him out? Can we help you out? Let's help him out.
Let's stop this toxic potion from flowing to the ocean. Let's begin at our front door. I know we can stop it by knowing where to drop it and keep it off the shore. By knowing how to fertilize, by learning how we'll realize that we'll never sterilize something down the line. By learning how to paint and clean, we won't do something we don't mean. Keep our wastes out of the stream, somewhere down the line, down the line, down the line. Let's hear it for our John and Ron band. What happened to John? So let's stop this toxic potion from flowing to the ocean. Let's begin at our front door. I know we all can stop it by knowing where to drop it and keep it off the shore. Dispose of oil and antifreeze, keep it off our plants and trees, and we can save our 7 seas somewhere down the line. When dumping something down the drain, let's all try and use our brain and stop this toxic liquid train from flowing down the line, 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 down the line. Down the line, down the line, whoa. Down the line, down the line. All right, down the line, down the line. One more, down the line, down the line. Yay! Thank you. That was terrific. You did a good job. See, we have a question.
You know, when I walk to school, I cross the bridges over a creek, and the water in it always seems pretty clear. How do I know it's not polluted with chemicals?
Yeah, I don't know the answer to that, but let's go to our magic media window and see if it has the answer.
I've just been listening to your song and your program. They're great. I know it's getting a little chilly out there. I've got some wood somewhere around here, and I'll try and find it for you. Oh, here we go.
Chris Crompton from Environmental Resources. Chris, we had a good question about stream water pollution, and we knew you could help us out.
I'll certainly try to explain. The Environmental Resource Division, that's the division I work for, monitors water quality throughout Orange County, and we do this in cooperation with all the cities in Orange County. We collect samples, we analyze them, and then we look at the data to determine if there are any problems within our waterways. And then we help to develop programs to try and improve water quality on a county-wide basis. Specifically, we collect samples by placing automated samplers throughout the county. These are sometimes you see them, the little tin cans which contain the sampler. We also have a boat, go out on the boat, collect samples from the bays, and we also collect sediment samples from the bottom of the bays. Each of these samples we bring back to our laboratory here, and then we process them, and some of them are analyzed within our lab here, and some we send out for analysis. We then look at the information, and we compare it with standards that have been set for water bodies. And we try and determine how we're doing on a time basis, for example, how the water compares with last year at a similar time, and how it compares over the years. We also look at it in relative to certain standards that have been established by both the federal and the state governments to determine if there is an ongoing problem, whether there is an exceedance of any objectives. And so when you are at a particular bridge looking down, trying to determine whether the water is being, whether it's clean or not, it's probably been monitored by my division at some point. The goal of all this program is to ultimately attain fishable and swimmable waters throughout the United States. And the efforts that we make here in Orange County are simply a part of that process. You know, we've come a long way in addressing many serious water pollution problems in Orange County. One of the problems we've been working on recently, which is a lot more difficult to deal with, is that of trash in our waterways. Trash is everywhere. It's essentially that, just trashy. Affects our birds, our wildlife, and our streams. And
trashy, trashy, trashy. I'll tell you, this is really upsetting to me, this whole trashy issue that we're talking about, because all the trash comes down into this bay, into our bay, and here is a location where endangered species like the clapper rail are trying to nest and reproduce, and all there is styrofoam and oil cups and everything that's just messing up our whole bay. And now that there's only 10% of the wetlands that are left, this is one of the few areas where birds can use as a flyway when they come south or travel north to their nesting grounds elsewhere. So to me, it's really upsetting when they make our bay just a mess of white trash, of styrofoam and other debris.
Take it easy, Dr. Skinner. We don't like pollution either.
Well, Ron, I finally think I'm calming down. I think I got control of my emotions, but this is an emotional thing with me, because I wanted to just drop down here and tell you what I've seen in the bay in the past. Because in the past, after some of these storm events, we see tires coming down and even an axle of a car and oil drums and just tons of styrofoam that affects the nesting areas of these wild birds. And we have to change the way that we take care of our environment, and it's only through education of all of us that we can really help. And it's programs that really make a difference about learning, like at the Turtle Rock Nature Center.
Here at the Turtle Rock Nature Center, we have a year-round kindergarten program, and we focus on environmental protection education, where the children can learn what they can do to help protect the environment. Today we're doing a lesson on Europe, and the children are sitting in countries along the Rhine River. And during this lesson, the children will see polluted water come down the river, pass by their countries, and will actually visualize what water pollution looks like up close and how it affects so many countries and eventually ends up in our oceans.
Thanks, Celine, for telling us about all the programs at the Turtle Rock Center. But let me tell you a little bit about what's being done now. And there's certain days, like the Back Bay Cleanup Day, when there's 2,000 people come down to help. And some are in kayaks picking up the debris. Some are actually climbing the cliffs with bags to clean the debris. And more of the projects that I'm involved with are after the storm events, when the debris first comes into the bay and it's collected in certain locations. And we get maybe about 40 or 50 volunteers to come out, and we provide them with gloves and bags and little devices to pick up debris. And sometimes we pick up 300 bags of styrofoam, occasional television set, tires. We find even wallets that have been discarded or thrown by people into the creek. We find a little everything in that bay, but it's through everybody's effort that we're trying to clean the bay up and prevent it from being overwhelmed by styrofoam. You know, it really is a mess that we've been talking about, but you can help in a lot of ways to make it clean. And if you live near the ocean, you can be involved in cleanup of the debris at the beaches that are near your home. Or if you're near the bay here, we can always use your help as part of these cleanup teams to clean up the trash that is accumulated. And in your neighborhood, you can make a difference by picking up everything in the gutter in front of your house or around your block and put it in the trash can to prevent it from going in the bay. Remember, you can all be of help. You can all be involved and really make a difference.
I agree. What do you think?
I can tell my dad where to deposit his old antifreeze.
Yeah.
Well, all my friends and I can help at the beach cleanup day.
Yeah.
I like his song.
Yeah. You know, I really do like that version better. So let's all do it. Jim, come on up and give us a hand. Girls, boys, everybody. Okay, we're going to sing about what we can do about pollution of our oceans and beaches, right? And this is what we're going to do. Are you ready? Let's stop this toxic pollution from flowing to the ocean. Let's begin at our front door. I know we all can stop it, but knowing where to drop it, keep it off our shore. By knowing how to fertilize, by learning how we'll realize that we'll never sterilize something down the line. By knowing how to paint clean, we won't do something we don't need, and keep our waste out of the stream somewhere down the line, down the line, down the line. Do a little from the band here. Chop along. Now, let's stop that toxic pollution from flowing to the ocean. Let's begin at our front door. I know we all can stop it by knowing where to drop it and keep it off our shore. Dispose of oil and antifreeze, keep it off our plants and trees. We can save our 7 seas somewhere down the line. We're dumping things down the drain. Let's all try and use our brain and stop this toxic liquid train from flowing down the line, down the line, down the line, down the line, down the line. All right, down the line. You guys are doing great. All right, we'd like to thank Celine White from Turtle Rock Nature Center for making this video possible, this program possible. We'd also like to thank Ranger Jim. He's come all the way from Irvine Park to help us tonight. And let's not forget about our band. We have John on the mandolin. He's from Orange County Vector Control. All right. In the middle we have John Bobet, Park Ranger at Santiago Oaks Regional Park. And on the dulcimer is Ron Slim. He works at O'Neill Regional Park as Park Ranger there. And thanks to all the crew. Also we got the Carnation Club, Canway Girls. Let's hear it for the Carnation Club. And the Turtle Rock kids. Yay! They came all the way from Irvine. And of course, we can't forget Fred. He took care of the fire. Yeah. And I'd like to thank each and every one of you for coming out tonight. I know it was kind of hard work, but you know what? We made it. Down the line, down the line, down the line.
down the line.